Yes, my name is Donald Lee Hart. I'm residing at the Borden Avenue Veterans residence at 2110 Borden Avenue, Long Island City, New York 11101. And today's date is Friday, September the 23rd. And basically, on this CD, you're going to find two recordings from Anita Thacker. Now, here's the problem with what it seems to be what they're doing. In 1990, prior to that, the veterans were the only way they can get a HUD voucher or Section 8 voucher was to have substance abuse problems or a mental illness. After 1990, they changed that for obvious reasons. The thing is what happens is that it appears that Torch and this program are still using that same criteria, which then basically what I found through another veteran is it funnels them, to the civilian part of this and basically feeds, puts an unnecessary label on people, gives them medications that they're not supposed to be taking just to be on paper. So there's a lot of fraud involved in this system, and basically the one at Torch with Anita Thacker should be examined and scrutinized very much, but the whole system itself is corrupt. I've given you my phone number. I'll give it to you again, 347-639-7638. I have a lot more data, and I have it on paper. If you would like to contact me, feel free to do so. Well, it's Wednesday at August the 3rd, 2011, 11:07. And we're going to see Anita Thacker. Get my badge voucher.
How are you?
Yeah, I needed to see Anita Thacker today.
Who?
Anita Thacker?
I don't know her.
She's got an office around the corner.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay. Let me go find out who
What's her
does.
name?
Donald Hart.
Donald?
Yeah.
Okay, Donald. Thank you.
They messed up my HUD-bash voucher and
Okay,
screwed it all up, and the information she gave me doesn't jibe with what my case manager told me. I was told that the only reason why I didn't get on the list was because my psychological profile didn't get over in time, but my case manager was adamant about this. She said basically that it was faxed over. There was no reason why I didn't get put on the list.
All right, thank you, Mr.
So I need to see Anita Thacker today.
My father had a shit like yours, you know. He's weird, he didn't even let me wait.
What's this program for?
That's his director.
What's it for?
Director.
Okay.
The VA person, there's an over. He's at Borden Avenue. I'm a text.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
My case manager, Melanie, she sent me back here to follow up with you on the reasons why I didn't get put on the list. She's adamant. She says, look, you know, that psychological profile was faxed over there. It was in time for that. And I've done some research now, and basically it changed in 1990, the criteria for the HUD-bash vouchers. Before it used to be, prior to 1990, it used to be that you had to have a psychological or a chemical dependence. Well,
Or medical?
yeah, but they did away with that, with the criteria for that.
Not to my knowledge. I can research that.
I've got
could be wrong.
I've got the research right here. Yeah. Well, it's the printout for the criteria for all this. And this is the criteria for the homeless stuff. So basically, I was evicted. I've got medical, right? And I'm in transitional housing now.
There is no question that you are eligible. There is no question about that. The problem is that by the time we received your documentation, it was the cutoff time.
But the thing is basically what was stated is that she said it was when I got it done immediately when requested. She said it was faxed over. So the thing is that there's no reason to punish me for something that was under my control. And I explained all this stuff to this individual here. Well,
can I come to my office?
Yeah. You know. So the thing is, I find myself because somebody didn't do something correctly or process the data correctly. Why should I have to pay for somebody else's problem?
No,
So the thing is that now am I supposed to be in a limbo over at Borden Avenue because if somebody didn't process? Because I got brought over here. By Sabrina. Okay, it was the same people that got processed with me during that time frame. They have their vouchers now. Okay, they have.
How you doing?
We all.
Waiting for that answer. I'm waiting for the voucher, man. I'm waiting.
Yeah, it's just like once it's processed, then we would hear soon.
Yeah, so she said I'm in the process. He's going to hear something like Thursday. I'm so, you know me. I've been through it, you know?
No, because Keith already spoke to the person at the night and
And
they
said it was good to go, right? Yes.
And the thing was.
I'm just waiting, you know? You know how it is.
Yeah, just be patient.
Okay.
So it's like I said, the same people that Sabrina, I came over on
I know
this.
that. I know that you were in the same room.
Yeah, but they're getting their vouchers and I'm not.
That was the last week for us to send the application.
Okay, so the thing is basically, this seems to be very strange. Everybody is getting their vouchers and I'm not. So I went...
Because we couldn't send your application.
Okay, everything got faxed over in a timely fashion along with everybody else's that came down here too. So how come I'm the only one that didn't make the list? You know? So basically, it's like, something seems really seriously wrong. So I told the same thing to Alan, the individual as a house manager over there at Vash, and he seemed to be puzzled by that too. So
he would know if the application was not submitted. There is no way he would have your name on their database.
Okay, it's not in anybody's database,
no.
But everybody else that came that same day. So he told me, he says, listen, you tell Anita, to give me a call. I've got a voucher.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay, the thing is,
have a seat.
this is getting ridiculous now.
Yes.
It's really getting ridiculous.
Pardon me? Hello? I couldn't hear you clearly. Your last name? No. I think you're trying to reach Miss Carl, Emily Carl. She's at extension 4345. I know she's not in her office. She's in a meeting. I saw her outside of her meeting. So if you call her, I would say after half an hour, she'll be back in her office. I'll try to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Alan. My back is bothering me a lot. So, this HUD-VASH program does not require a chronic mental illness or chronic substance abuse to qualify.
Okay, could I ask you a favor? I'm here with someone now, so if you could call me, say, after half an hour, I'll be able to check the CPRS and give you exactly what would be the next step. Okay? All right. Thank you. Take care. Thanks.
This one says, our veterans served under this problem required to have chronic mental illness and chronic substance abuse. This is in contrast to the earlier version of HUD-VASH program of the early 90s. HUD has waived the requirement that only homeless veterans with chronic mental illness or chronic substance abuse or vouchers. And then basically it says, when you... what is this now? By agreeing to administer the HUD-VASH program, the PHA is relinquishing its authority to determine the eligibility in accordance with regular HCV programs, rules, PHA policies. So, the problem that occurred with me, that I see, because the list is basically, once you get, it's like a computer program. It's like a lockbox. because they don't want anybody to show any favoritism at all once you get on the list. So here are the things how it goes. Once you get inside that, it goes up automatically, so no one can say that they were showing any favoritism. However, the weak link in the chain is when somebody doesn't connect the dots to do that, to get on the list. That's what happened with me. Because Sabrina brought me over here. I was down here before. The thing is that I did follow-up after follow-up with you, because I went back to the shelter, and I came by, and you verified, and you said that my name was on the list.
On the waiting list.
Yeah, but the thing is, on the waiting list, that's inside the program. Once you're in the list, then basically it's a lockbox. It can't be interfered with. That's the way they do it.
Let me explain. This is, let me say, if you may not agree, but this is, I would just give you what is the procedure. When you come here, or any HUD-WASH program, and say, I'm interested in HUD-WASH program, right? You fill out one page where your name, your social security number, which place you are staying now, which shelter you are in now, and what is your contact number, and what is your social worker's contact number, right? So that was, we used to have here at Chapel Street, we used to have, every Tuesday we used to have a group here. In Manhattan, there was every Monday there was a group in Manhattan, and in St. Albans there was every Thursday they had a group. So people who are interested in HUD-WASH program, they would go to a group, either one of the site, and fill out one-page information. That was the pre-screening information, and it was pre-screening group. Okay, that information would generate a waiting list.
And you said I was on it.
Okay, and you were on the waiting list. From the waiting list, if I get the instructions that we need to send 15 applications on the week of, say, this week, no, August 1st. I would call the first 15 on that waiting list. And I'll call them for screening. Okay. So when you come to the screening committee, they would ask you detailed questions.
And I did that.
Yes.
However,
and at that time, the screening committee would decide whether they need more information, or this person is not a good fit for the program, or this person needs to go this. In some cases, we would say you need to, because you're not connected with VA services, you need to go in and get a primary care physician, or you need to see your psychiatrist at VA, or you need to attend a day treatment program or substance use treatment program, and we will give that information to that person. Now, that person would have to provide us in the documentation to the committee that, no, this has been taken care of.
Which I did with fax down.
And that, after you provide that information to the committee, then committee would make a decision whether to accept you in the program or not. Okay. So in your case, what happened, that when you came to the committee asked you that we need a copy of your psychosocial and copy of your psychiatric evaluation from Borden. Because if we would have something in the VA system, like if you would have seen your psychiatrist recently in VA, then we would not need that. But there was nothing in the...
Because I don't have it.
Because that you didn't have that.
And the thing is she will validate and testify that was faxed over immediately, because it was already there. It was immediately faxed over, not mailed or anything else. It got faxed. This is the one, when I came back and I told my case manager what you told me, she goes, this is not right. It's not right. Something is wrong, because it was faxed over immediately, because it was right there on the thing. So the thing is that we can't understand, Melanie and I, how this didn't happen. Because
but I did speak to Melanie, and I also mentioned that by the time the fax was received and the committee met, we already had passed the deadline to send the applications, so we could not send your application. And now unfortunately, we are not getting many vouchers.
Okay, you have 200. That's what Alan said.
200 on the waiting list.
Yeah, but the thing is, it wasn't my problem.
No, I know it's not your
I
problem.
didn't do this to me.
I understand that, and that's why I said I spoke to Melanie and I mentioned to her that I would encourage you to look at other options also.
Okay, I don't have any other options.
Why you don't have availability to SRO, single
No, because
occupancy?
if you go to an SRO, you give up your right to a HUD bash.
I'm saying if HUD-VASH doesn't happen, what is your plan B?
Okay, the thing is that, like I said, I'm not the one that did this. Everybody else that came down on that torch bus, they got theirs. Everybody except me.
No, I have three. You're not the only person.
Oh, okay.
I have three
But
people
it's like
for
I
whom
said,
I didn't get the information.
it's like I said. I didn't do this to me.
No, I hear you.
Okay.
I do hear you.
So somebody's going to have to come up with a voucher. And I talked to Alan. He said, you have her call me, and then we can get you a voucher for this.
It doesn't work that
Okay.
way. If you don't
keep
have
saying that it doesn't work that way.
Because
But I'm not the one that did it like that.
no, I understand. But if Alan Stone cannot give you a voucher if your application hasn't gone through the process,
Right.
It doesn't go directly to Alan Stone.
But here's the thing is...
Alan Stone is at the end of
but
the NYPD process.
Yeah, I understand this. But like I said, okay, I'm going to now have to wait at that shelter until I get my voucher.
That's what I'm asking. What is the other option?
I don't have any other options.
You do have other
No, I
options.
don't. Because if I go to take an SRO, that gives up my right, as I stated on this paper, to get my HUD-VASH voucher. My HUD-VASH voucher with my disabilities would be $300 a month rent. I would immediately go to the public housing. I would, as soon as they're first, the one shot I would take, I would go up there, and basically then I'm okay in this system. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I'm not the one that screwed it up. Somebody
No,
did.
I
Like I said, I didn't do this to me. And basically, I'm not going to go anywhere until I get my voucher.
I hear you, and I understand your frustration, but I have limitations, and I can't just say, Mr. Stone, give a voucher to Mr. Hart because your application is not in the pipeline.
Yeah, but I didn't do it to me.
What I would do, I would speak to my supervisor. She's on vacation. When she returns from
Now
vacation...
she's on vacation.
Yes, she's on vacation. No, I can do anything. I can speak to her and see that because there is another low-income housing coming in future.
Where's this at?
It's in Brooklyn.
And what's the criteria for going in there?
You have to have either mental health or medical or substance use actually psychiatric diagnosis. For lower income, no, I don't. I'm wrong. For lower income, you have to have certain type of income, which I guess you have the SSD.
No.
What is your income?
The only thing that I have is $9.85 a month for my disability, non-service connected disability,
Okay.
which I have this medical.
Okay. So with your non-service connected VA pension, your income is $9.85.
Right.
And when they open, they are going to open early December. And when they give us the criteria, if you meet the criteria, I'll make sure that you are on the priority list for that lower income housing.
And what's the rent going to be?
30% of your income.
And is it going to be a new facility?
It's a brand new facility.
So now I'm stuck at that chuck hole till December now?
Well, this is one option. That's why I said, no, you have to have more than one option. You can't say, I'm only waiting for Section 8. I'm only waiting for VASH. I'm only waiting for...
I didn't do this to me. I didn't do this to me. That's not my problem. My problem is not anything else except, but the thing is that you're the ones that didn't make the connection in there. You did that.
Okay. Now, is Melanie going to be there tomorrow, on Friday at Borden Avenue?
Yeah.
Because I have a meeting at Borden Avenue. But what I could do is I can meet with Melanie prior to my meeting.
But I still want to speak to your supervisor.
Sure, that's fine.
Something is not right with this.
That's okay.
Something's not working right.
Okay. When she returns from vacation, I'll definitely...
When is she coming back from vacation?
She's coming back on... She'll be back on 10th.
On the 10th?
Next Wednesday, she'll be back here.
Like I said, I am not going to accept an SRO.
Well, that's your choice. I can't force you to do anything.
Right.
No, that is your choice.
Right.
That is going to be your decision, which kind of housing you accept, because it's your right.
That's right.
Yes. And you have full right to decide where you want to live, what kind of housing program.
That's right.
Kind of
First acceptable.
Yes. And I agree with that. What I am saying is we may not have many vouchers to accommodate the HUD-VASH, so we have to look at other options.
See, here's the thing about this HUD-VASH that you're trying to get me out of this.
I'm not
okay, but listen to me. Listen to me. Okay? The HUD-VASH is portable. Once you stay here for a year, you can take that and go anywhere. Can I do that with that housing you're trying to stick me in?
But to give you the reality, I have 5 people waiting to port the voucher. The other HUD-VASH program, say if someone wants to move to Florida,
right,
take their voucher.
After a year.
After 2 years.
2 years.
Florida HUD-VASH has to accept you.
Right.
They have to have a voucher available to you, because the voucher you take with you, the New York State would not have that voucher back. So the HUD-VASH in Florida would have to accept you in your program.
But see, I would have that option then.
I agree.
Right.
That's true. For other housing options.
So this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one that did these things that didn't connect the dots. I'm not the one that did that to me. So somebody's going to have to get a voucher from me somewhere. Somewhere this has got to be done.
I know it's not going to be me, because I don't have that much power.
I will say, I have to escalate up the chain to get to a level to where somebody can explain to me why this didn't get done when everybody else got done too. Because I'm not accepting anything else except for that voucher.
Okay. I hear you.
Okay. So she's coming back on the 10th?
Yeah. She'll be here in 10, on 10, because she's coming back from vacation on 8. And she'll be at the party place.
What's her name?
Her name is Karen Fuller.
Hold on, let me write this down.
Sure.
Because like I said, Melanie, when I told her this stuff, it was like, no, this is not correct. This is not right. This got done immediately. Faxed. She's got the date on it too. So it's like I said, I'm going to get my voucher one way or another, because basically this thing smells really bad. Okay, what's her name?
Karen, Karen Fuller.
And she's coming back on when?
She's returning from vacation on 8, but she'll be here on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
If her calendar doesn't change.
And what date is that? 10th? It's like I said, there's something very, very, very strange about this.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Logically, it doesn't parse right. Because the main thing that I was getting, from originally when I went here, that one guy kept telling me, we feel that you need a psychological evaluation. So the bad part about this is, I was through this before. I went over to Borden Avenue, where we have to meet with that psychiatrist there. So the thing was is that she met with me for like 20 minutes. Here's the thing is, can someone give you an evaluation in 20 minutes and then put a label of bipolar on you in 20 minutes? Is that possible?
Well, it is possible, because...
How can it be possible in 20 minutes?
A psychiatrist who has experience in working, they ask the right questions, and they could.
No, the questions that were asked were about my faith in Jesus Christ.
Okay.
She come up with something, I can give you the printout of this. I have a childlike outlook on life because I believe, I have a faith in Jesus Christ. That's my right to my religion, First Amendment.